Hey.
Hey, Alicia.
What's up?
How are you?
I'm good. How you feeling?
I'm good. Thanks so much for having me by for 73 questions.
Absolutely. I'm glad you can make it.
Okay, now I know how busy you are, so let's get this thing done.
All good.
So on average, how many hours of sleep do you get every single night?
I think I'm getting about 5 hours a night.
And what's the first thing on your mind every morning?
When I wake up in the morning, I'm thinking about, I'm usually thinking about how do I get time to meditate so that I can set my day off right.
Gotta start your day with peace of mind, right? Now, do you feel most creative in the morning or at night?
I feel really creative at night when it's quiet.
Alicia, let me tell you how much I love your beautiful home.
Thank you. I love it.
It's gorgeous.
Love it. We've been here maybe 5 or 6 years, and it's definitely feels so good.
And how would you describe your home?
I describe it as a big ball of love, vibes, and loudness, because there's always a lot of people here running in and out. We have a really good time here.
Do you have a favorite room in the house?
I do, but I'm not taking there yet. Give me a second.
Obvious question, but is there a piano here?
Not that room, but there's another one.
Can't wait to see it.
Should we have some tea? I love tea. I'm like a fanatic.
I think I'm okay. Thank you, though. Who's your favorite composer?
I think my favorite composer is Chopin. I love how soulful and like deep and dark it feels. I'm a fan.
What do you listen for when you listen to music?
When I'm listening to music, I'm listening for that, that energy that just kind of rises the arms, the hair on your arms, and it just makes you, that thing that you're like,
yeah,
that. I'm looking for that.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
So what's the first album that you've ever bought?
The first album I ever bought was BBD, Poison. Girl, I must warn you.
You are taking it way back.
Okay,
That's
one.
right. And
yeah, it's kind of going back. But that was my first one. What do you want?
I read somewhere that you were actually part of a girl group when you were 13.
Ouch. That was hot.
Oh.
I was a part of a girl group. I was a part of a few girl groups, but the one that I think you're talking about was called Ambition.
That's right.
EMBISHUN. We were trying to be cute.
How old were you when you wrote your first song?
First song, I was... Real good song, I was 14. First song, I was 11.
And what was it about?
It was about my grandfather passing away, and it was actually the beginning of why I started writing to express. It's called I'm All Alone.
And you remember the lyrics?
It was, I sit here, I was 11, so anyway, I sit here all alone, and I wonder what is wrong. Why are there so many deaths, so many lost survivors?
That's really beautiful.
That's what I was thinking about.
Do you remember what your mother was playing on the speakers when you were young?
My mother played a lot of Bobby Caldwell, and she loved But They Won't Do for Love.
Yeah, Alicia's singing to me. I'm loving it. And what's one thing your mom said that left a lasting impression?
She always said treat, the golden rule. She was like, treat people how you want to be treated. And that is always how I think about it.
What is the biggest lesson you learned from the women who raised you?
Biggest lesson I learned?
Yeah.
The women that raised me really taught me how to be badasses, really strong, just don't take any mess, say what you want, be direct, be clear, have to know what you want to say and how you're going to say it and just deliver it.
Yeah, that's powerful stuff. And you grew up in Hell's Kitchen in the 90s. You've even called it the harshest of the harsh. When you think about that time in New York City, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
When I think about Hell's Kitchen, New York City, I'm thinking about, at that time in the 90s, I'm thinking about, a lot of darkness, a lot of drugs, prostitution. It was like the place where all the people who didn't belong anywhere else would go, which is why Hell's Kitchen was so fitting. So it was definitely it's a deep experience.
Yeah, I can imagine. Do you feel that experience from out there affected your music?
Definitely affected my music. Just gave me that love for hip-hop, for soul, for blues, for truth, for poetry, for the dark soulfulness. It definitely added to that mixture.
So what do you think is the harshest thing in Hell's Kitchen today?
Mickey Mouse, because it's Disney.
So these days when you return to New York, where's the first place you go when you touch down?
Here. I'm always trying to go straight home, as quick as I can.
And what's your favorite place to dance?
My bedroom.
Alicia, there are kids watching this. Out of all the places in New York City, what would you say is the best hidden gem?
Oh, I have this really cool, it's kind of literal, but this really cool gem spot that I go to because I love crystals. and I love to collect them. So for me, that's where I want to go.
That's literally a gem.
Literally. Oh, can I show you that room I was telling you about?
Love to.
All right, here it goes.
So Alicia, let's talk about that incredible job you did hosting the Grammys.
Wow, that was definitely an unforgettable moment.
How long were you prepping for that?
You know, I mean, I was prepping for it from the minute that I knew that it was going to happen, which was sometime in the summer. But I mean, I guess you really start to prep, you know, November, December, you know, a little bit closer just so that you can be timely and everything.
Right. And on a more serious note, had everything that happened that day affected the evening?
It was definitely crazy. You know, we lost Kobe that day, and it was just hours before the show.
Yeah.
And it was so sad, and Gigi and all the families that were there. It changed everything. It made everything that we planned for go out the window, and just had to go with the spirit, you know, had to go with the genuine feeling of how we were all feeling, which was devastating.
Well, I mean, you handled it beautifully, pivoting from the original plans there.
Pivoting is, I think, a really important thing that I have been learning. You know, you don't always know what is meant for you, and sometimes you just have to be willing to flow, and that was definitely a big example of the flow.
Yeah, well, it was beautiful. So performing in front of your fellow artists, did anyone make you nervous?
You know, it is a nerve-wracking experience, and it can be a kind of a nervous room because it's so filled with everybody. But for me, I really want to create the calm. Like, I really want to create the good energy. I want to welcome people, make people feel good, make people feel loved, make people feel appreciated. Yeah. So I didn't feel nervous. I felt like I was bringing that, you know, good energy.
As you always do. Now, what's a talent of yours that people may be surprised to know you got?
You might be surprised to know that I got a little flow with me.
You got a little flow with you.
I got a little bit of a flow.
That's pretty mysterious.
What's up, E?
Okay.
How you doing?
Alicia, we're shifting gears. We're moving on. Here we go. What's the last book that you read?
Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, Purple Hibiscus. I love her. She's so special. That's the last book I read.
And what's the last place that you visited?
The last place I visited, we were just in Miami.
Yep.
And Berlin, London, and
Ooh,
France.
Cameo.
Wanna try one? I thought you were gonna beat me in air hockey.
But I gotta go soon, so.
You have to leave?
Soon.
All right. Show them my hidden talent.
Egypt, come on. Show me what you got.
This might or might not be one of my hidden talents.
Let's go. Come on, Egypt. And oh.
Hey,
Sorry.
that was good. At least you got one in.
I hit Mike.
Got a pull shark in the making. I promise you, Egypt. You're gonna be
Yeah,
good
I
at it. Okay, back to the questions. Yoga or Pilates?
Yoga.
What's your favorite scent?
My favorite scent is Nag Champa. It's like an incense. It's beautiful.
Wait, leave the 8-ball.
Now, Alicia, I heard you secretly wanted to be a party planner.
I am the most amazing party planner you've ever met. I am. How about on your birthdays?
I don't know if he agrees with you, Alicia. Anyway, you recently said that your kids taught you how to appreciate the magic when it's there, which I think was really well said. When was the last time? Good job.
8-ball in first.
Talented. Oh, well.
Very talented.
My kids do teach me the magic, actually. You know, I think that even just now, you know, the feeling of that genuine, you know, presence and being present and just appreciating the little things. You know, they show me that all the time.
Yeah. And what's the backstory behind the names Egypt and Genesis?
Egypt's backstory is I took a really important trip to Egypt that changed my life. And I realized there's nothing I can't build. There's nothing that I can't create. And so when I was pregnant, my husband actually suggested Egypt. He also suggested Genesis. He said he had a dream, and Genesis being kind of like the beginning, like renewal. It was really, really powerful.
Yeah. And what are they obsessed with at the moment?
Dragon Ball Z.
Not really.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, well, the action figures, but also some more stuff.
Pokemon.
And what's your favorite thing to do together as a family?
I think we really like to roller skate.
Roller skating. That's a nice little tradition for the family.
What about you, E?
Is it roller rinks? Is it more street? What
We
is
go
it?
straight at skateboard or something.
Oh, yeah, we roller skate there, and we also roller skate in our gallery sometimes. That's pretty crazy. I can show you that room
Please
later.
do. Love to see it. It sounds good. And Whoa, look at this ceiling. This is incredible.
Isn't it so
Yeah,
beautiful? I
it's
love this
amazing.
so much. This world just, it transports you. Uh-oh, he's trying to beat me. All right, here we go. Let's see if he gets
Okay, here we go.
real quick.
Alicia, what's the most rewarding thing about being a mother?
The most rewarding thing about being a mother is when they beat you. You know, when they're better than you. It's really, really rewarding.
School.
And when they...
Stiff competition.
All right. Ah! All right, that's how he does it. Let me show you the gallery.
So, describe Swizz's parent style in 3 words.
Swizz's parenting style is hard as nails. No, I'm just kidding. He's actually really sweet, and he's definitely, you know, he's obviously not as cuddly as Mama is, but he's really, really beautiful, and he's honest, very honest.
And what have you and him taught each other?
He's taught me about the magic, like allowing space for the magic, allowing room for there to be magic. And I've taught him about kind of coming a little bit down out of the clouds, a little bit, just a tiny bit.
Where do you feel like you're at your most personal best?
I'm at my personal best when, you know, when I have a nice balance between my family, my work, my creativity, my dreams, myself.
What is the hardest challenge that you've ever had to overcome?
Hardest challenge I've ever had to overcome is probably just really recognizing that the power that I was looking for, or the answers that I was looking for, are inside of me, as opposed to looking outside of me all the time and allowing other people to maybe control the outcome.
Alicia, everywhere I look has the most amazing art I've ever seen in my life. This is amazing.
Isn't this so sick?
Yeah.
Hindi Wiley.
Yeah, this is
Oh
good.
my gosh, this is such a beautiful room. I love it in here so much.
And what can you tell me about this artist?
Yeah, Hyundai is very, very special. I mean, I can't even, this is his largest piece, and we are so blessed to own it. And this is a cause piece that is also very iconic. And if you went down there, I mean, it looks huge here, but if you went down and looked at it, it's like massive. And we actually had to remove the whole side of the house to get him in here. It was crazy.
God. Well, there's certainly no lack of inspiration with this art, right?
It really is. It's beautiful.
Now, what values do you feel are the most important to instill in your kids?
I want my kids to know kindness, you know empathy. I definitely want them to understand their blessings, be grateful, gratitude. I want them to understand how to speak to people clearly and communicate in a way that it helps them get across their point of view. There's so much to connect and teach them.
What would you say is the toughest thing about raising kids in 2020?
Toughest thing about raising sons in 2020 is, you know, I think the world could be a very dangerous place for men and especially young black men. And I think that just to continuously teach them and show them how to stand in their kingliness is really important. So they're already well on their way, though.
They are on their way. Now, Alicia, I believe I was promised a certain...
Oh, I think I was going to show you my room with my piano. My other favorite room.
So what does me time look like for Alicia?
Me time is, you know, my meditations, me time for sure. Me time is also, you know, a special spa moment just for myself. It's a moment with my girls, my homegirls. We get to just hang out. My husband, obviously, when I guess, you know, that's still with other people, but it still fills me up, you know, and I think that's what it is. Like, how do you fill yourself up?
And what's 2 words to describe your style?
Tomboy chic.
There's the piano, looking good. Who's the most stylish person alive, Alicia?
Let's say Billy Porter.
What are 3 wardrobe staples every woman should have?
3 wardrobe staples. I think you should have a white tee, a fire fedora, and a black leather.
Braids or curls?
Braids.
So this is where you write your music. This is where it comes to life.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Thanks.
Alicia, I do have to apologize because I didn't come prepared to play your piano.
Oh, that's okay.
But
Hello.
but what tips do you have for all those watching starting to play?
I would say anyone who's just starting to play, just keep playing, just practice and keep trying different styles and, you know, just especially figure out who you are and what special thing you have.
And you collaborated with so many legends in your career. Who's left on the wish list?
I still haven't. I realized that I didn't get to collaborate with Prince before he passed away, and I'm so sad about that. And I still haven't collaborated with Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill.
Like, that needs to happen.
Oh, that needs to happen. Alicia, besides piano, what else can you play?
I play all keyboards, play a little bit of guitar, but my mainstay is all keyboards. So any type of piano, any type of keyboard, I'm messing with it.
And your piano sound is so soulful. It's
very spiritual, very just connected to spirit.
Yeah.
Should I play you some?
Please do. Okay. I'm feeling that. Yeah. Now, what good is an interview if I'm not gonna...
You gonna get down
I'm
with
not
me?
gonna do a duet with you.
Come on, let's get it.
Okay, let's get it.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah, I'm really good.